How does one keep their orchids from taking over their entire house? Orchids are beautiful plants that can add a touch of elegance to any home. However, they can also be quite invasive and take over your entire house if you're not careful. So, how does one keep their orchids from taking over their entire house? The first step is to choose the right type of orchid for your home. Some orchids are more aggressive growers than others, so it's important to choose a variety that will fit well in your space. Some good options for smaller homes include Phalaenopsis orchids, which are easy to care for and don't take up too much space. Another important factor is proper placement. Orchids need bright but indirect light, so make sure to place them near a window but not in direct sunlight. They also need good air circulation, so avoid placing them in cramped corners or areas with poor ventilation. Make sure there is plenty of space around the plant to allow it to grow without overtaking other items in your home. Proper watering is also crucial in keeping orchids from taking over your home. Overwatering can lead to root rot and other problems, while underwatering can stunt growth and prevent blooms. It's important to water orchids deeply but infrequently, allowing the soil to dry out slightly between waterings. Make sure to water the orchid at the base of the plant rather than on the leaves or flowers, as this can lead to disease and other issues. Regular pruning can also help keep orchids under control. Trim back any dead or damaged leaves or stems and remove any spent blooms to encourage new growth. You can also trim back any aerial roots that are getting too long, but be careful not to remove too much of the root system, as this can harm the plant. Another option is to contain the orchid in a pot or planter. Choose a pot that is just slightly larger than the current pot, and make sure it has drainage holes to prevent water buildup. You can also choose a planter with a built-in trellis or support system to help keep the orchid upright and prevent it from spreading out too much. If you're still having trouble controlling your orchids, you may need to consider dividing or repotting the plant. This can help control its size and prevent it from taking over your entire home. To divide the orchid, carefully remove it from its pot and separate the roots into smaller sections, each with its own growth points. Then, repot each section into its own pot with fresh soil. In some cases, you may simply need to accept that your orchid will take up a significant amount of space in your home. If you have the room and enjoy the plant, there's nothing wrong with letting it grow to its full potential. Just make sure to keep it healthy and well-maintained and enjoy the beauty and elegance it brings to your home. In conclusion, keeping orchids from taking over your entire house requires careful attention to placement, watering, pruning, and, if necessary, repotting. Choose the right variety for your space, provide proper care and maintenance, and don't be afraid to prune or repot if necessary. With a little patience and care, you can enjoy the beauty of orchids without letting them take over your entire home.